Okay, good evening to one and all. Welcome back for another fantastic evening of tank on tank action. European server World of Tanks Blitz online finals. We are at day 4, which is the halfway mark. Teams have each played 6 battles out of the 14 total. They've got 8 to go. I think what we can do here is have a quick look now, rather, at the chart. Stuck in a sneaky replay for you guys just then earlier, just while I was checking that the stream was working a-okay. I thought I would give you something nice to look at while I was doing that. Great replay from me, yay me, that's how I play on touch. Big shout out to anyone who's watching it right now. Please do send me your replays via Discord. And I'll have a flick through, and the best of the best I will use as an opening replay. Make sure your replay is family friendly on the chat from your end, and looking forward to seeing some really good games from the viewers on channel. So let's have a quick look now at the standings. It's day 4, so we are really starting to see some separation at long last. Actually, and if you have a look at the other server of the regions too, you'll sort of see a similar thing. And certainly here on the EU server, we are seeing a stratification. We've got both Legion teams ready to kill and raid up here, 5 and 4 points respectively, and they're kind of breaking away from LOCA. Not So Simple, a First Alliance, Easy's All-Stars team, and Rez is back. Those 4 teams, they're trailing. So these guys at the bottom, these 4 teams, everyone's still in with a chance. No one is out yet. But these 4 teams have got a tremendous amount of work to do to catch up with the leaders of the pack. And when you bear in mind how strong these teams are, and how strong they've been in general, really, over the last 6 games, it's going to be quite tricky for these lower 4 teams to catch them up, but it's not impossible. And certainly everyone loves a good comeback story, an underdog sneaking in victory from the jaws of defeat. So just waiting for the invite now. By my clock it is 19:54, so the invite will be dropping any minute. It looks like the stream is going great, which is a really big positive. And also today we'll be streaming in 1080p at 60 FPS, which is kind. I like that. Big shout out to R1B Rib from the Raid clan. He's been streaming he's been streaming Raids games, I should say rather, and he's been a great help on the technical front. Same with Ammonet. Ammonet's covering R2K Ready to Kills games. Both of those much more experienced streamers than myself have really been giving me some good tips, some good advice. So the room invite is up. We've had a look at the leaderboards so far. Just before we go into the room, both Legion teams, top of the table, 5 points each. This is the game we're going to go into now. The match we're going to go into now is round 7 from round 1. So the winner of the game between Legion and Big Game, these teams having yet to play each other, that will be the winner of round 1, although the overall score from both round robin matches is what actually matters at the end of the day. So let's see. Oh, loads of friend requests. Only 1 friend request. Okay, great. I can actually click through. So we're in the tournament room. We'll select a... oh no, unsuitable. Okay. We'll select D5. E5 hasn't had any love yet. We're ready. We've got 3 minutes and 50 seconds to go. It is Legion versus Legion. The Legion team led by Thomas is the classic, the traditional, the old school Legion team. And the Legion team led by RG, also known as Big Game. You might have encountered them in previous tournaments in the run-up to Twister under the banner of Eros. or you may know them as Team Fearless. This is Legion's other team. I wouldn't call them a second team, certainly tied up 5 points apiece. Neither of these is the sidekick to the other. Although I'm sure Thomas Legion would dispute that. So for me, it's going to be fantastic to see these guys duke it out. And let's see, it's still hot in Malta, but let's see if the webcam's working nonetheless. Hey, there we go. Hey guys, good to see you. Well, rather good for you to see me. And big shout out to everyone. Reminder, except for Killer from North, from Who Is Next Clan, he can watch through the YouTube channel. I think he does it just to be just to be different, just to be difficult. But if you are watching this directly on my page, please actually don't do that. Make sure that you go in through the in-game portal or through Wargaming's website. That way you'll be able to earn Twister coins for watching. Make sure that you, when you go through the portal, you log in with your Wargaming ID, and then you can earn Twister coins. You can unlock fan crates for the team that you're supporting, and it's better all round for you as a player. You get some great stuff. So having a look now, this, well, one, the two teams from my clan playing one another, so it's going to be fantastic to watch that. But two, we're also seeing Faust, the newest map, I believe for the first time on the Twister Cup, and this is going to be something special. This is such a different, unique map. It's got overhead enclosed spaces, lanes of fire, multi-levels. It's really it's brought a lot of fresh air to the game. It's definitely expanded the sort of the Clan Wars meta significantly. I, as I said before in my previous stream, I haven't really played this map yet. That's still true. So I honestly have no idea what to expect. Looking at the lineups, Legion, this is something that we've seen them do a lot of. Using those Chinese WZ113s, the Chinese heavies. We're looking at 3 of those, backed up by a 268 Patton IS-4, IS-7. That seems very sensible. The 268s can be able to provide some overwatch, some backfield support with high alpha. The Patton's a great hull down tank, good view range, and the Russian heavy as well. As everyone knows, the Russian bias is real, and they will be able to do things that the 113s can't. So a nice strong heavy lineup by Legion. Across the table, at looking at big game, we've got RG in the 215B, Dada IS-4, Dimebag Barrel E3, last in the 50B, Veta WZ113, Vice in the Leopard, and Vupsi in the 50B. So a more mobile lineup being taken by big game. 2 Clippers, very fast medium with the Leopard there. Some heavy tanks. Nice to see the 215B getting some love. And the 113 there for some support. So we're just going to get ready to rock and roll. I hope big game are ready on time. I always get a bit nervous when I see people not ready with 5 seconds on the clock. They're doing it just to mess with me. They're doing it to mess with us all. Let's get stuck into the game. Legion versus Legion. This is for the title of winner of round 1. And there we go. Oh, Vice is supporting the other Legion team. Blast is still supporting Rez. Guys, come on. Where's the where's the team loyalty? Really? Okay, we're starting off in the Legion corner. I'll refer to them now as Legion and Big Game. And let's see. Taking some advice here from Mike from the Pramo server NA. He said, Rolling, you need to follow the mediums when they're pushing up in the beginning, getting some spotting action in. And so that's what we're doing. And we're seeing Legion capping C. That's the base at the top there. Legion, red spawn, north spawn, big game, blue team, south spawn. Legion with the cap lead by about 6 points. Big game, not far behind. Legion will be the first team potentially to cap the second base. And that will extend their cap point lead. Map control strongly in the favor of Legion. Big game still relatively in that pocket between D and A. Oxbow here in the pattern looks to be isolated. Oh no, he's got Lefna off to his left. And Blast, but here comes a push. Great move. We've got Vice, and Last needs to come in. They need to focus on Oxbow, but can Oxbow get away? Are we going to see some crossfire here? Oxbow's taken one hit, but he's back into the relative safety of his team. Really good play there by Oxbow to get the cap, but now Vice in the Leopard will cap A and swing the cap lead potentially back in their favor. Thomas getting a hit off into RG there. That's really good to see. And map control. This is all about map control. I apologize. My knowledge of this map is not really enough to know where to look at any given moment, but we've got Papasten in the IS-7. He's capping B, and Voopsy in the 50B is going to come round the corner, and he doesn't get the stop cap, but he's going to get one. Is he going to get two? Oh, big hit. Is he going to get three? Papasten punished. Absolutely punished for that cap. Papasten on 12 HP. He's tracked. He goes down to RG. Brilliant work there by Big Game. They're now ahead. They're one gun up. The actual caps are tied, and the cap points are in the favor of Big Game. Big Game also ahead on hit points. Really strong start for Big Game. Legion looking a little bit shaky here, but Vice is in trouble. Rocking the NA Twister camouflage there. Doesn't that look fantastic? Vice is running. He's going to have to get out of dodge. He's got Veta and Dimebag Barrel behind him. And he's got plenty of support, plenty of friends, but he is very, very low. Looks like his ammo rack's taking a bit of damage as well. DPM will be on reduced effectiveness. And we've got Binny and Dada going toe-to-toe, one-to-one. But RG comes around the corner. RG having a fantastic game here. Big hit coming in. And there we go, left nut and Gangdalf. RG potentially going down here. Binny to finish him off. Gangdalf to finish him off. Voopsy taking down Thomas. And Dada should be able to knock off Binny. And that will keep the gun lead firmly in the favor of Big Game. Binny getting one last hit in, but Dada with the kill. 3 guns left on the table for Legion. And it's, well, 5 guns on the table, but very low hit points for some of the Big Game points. Vice, look at that. He's coming up the ramp. He's going to be looking to get a cross shot, potentially take down the spotted Oxbow. And it is Last, Voops and Vater. They take down Blast. We've now got Oxbow and Gangdalf. Oxbow is going to get pushed. Oxbow gets one last shot off, but this game looks to be in the hands of Big Game. They've got a pretty unassailable lead here in the 50Bs. Coming in, Voopsy with the kill. Fantastic. Now it's Gangdalf, last man standing, WZ113. There's not much he can do, but he can go down swinging. Can he take down some big game guns before he goes down himself? No, bounces Vater. Vater potentially with the kill. Brilliant play there. And this map, as you can see, there's so much happening in so many different places at any one moment. Absolutely superb. There we go. Let's have a look. And I apologize profusely to Eggy and Engie from the stream on Sunday. I didn't see the scores on some of the matches, and you didn't see the massive carries that they had in some of their games. But here, pretty good damage spread. Papasten, who capped the base early on, but got clipped out, really got caught out by those fire angles there. No damage. Could have been a good move, but great flex there by Big Game. Brilliant damage spread for Big Game. And Vater and Last having very strong games there. Let's get ready up. And yeah, that was fantastic. We're going to switch the spawns. I still don't know specifically where I should be looking on this map, so I do apologize. I hope at least the camera angles I provide will give those of you at home who know what is happening on this map a chance to analyze it for yourselves. Strats looking relatively similar. Oxbow dropping the pattern, going into the Batchat 25T. Left nut staying in the 268. Other tanks remaining the same. Papasten and Binny still in their respective IS tanks. Big Game making big changes. Double Chieftain Mark 6s here. Dimebag Barrel and Dada taking the premium British heavy tank. That is an interesting choice. It's a strong hull down tank, good DPM. I don't know about the gun handling. I don't have one myself. This is quite sad. But we've got 2 WZ113s. Vater back in the IS-4. Well, no, Vater in the IS-4. He was in the 113 before. Vice moving across the T62A. Yeah, some pretty good changes here actually happening by both teams. It looks like we're going to see a different strat. I wonder how this one is going to pan out. So getting stuck into the action once more. Legion versus Legion, Legion versus Big Game. Both teams tied at the top of the table with 5 points apiece. Winner of this one. Oh, look at that. Awesome. There you go. Didn't see that before. Good stuff. Nice touch, Wargaming. Nice touch. So, an Oxbow here in the Calhoun camouflage, the European Twisted Camo. For those of you who don't know, I love a good camouflage. I think it just adds something to the game. I know it's frivolous. I know it doesn't make a tremendous difference at the end of the day. But if you're going to play well, you might as well play well in style. So, here we go. Vice messaging. Last crush. Yes, he did. Last had a fantastic game in the 50B. 3k damage. So, let's get into the free cam once more and get ourselves nice and elevated. Wow, look at that. What a fantastically complicated map. So many different ways to drop down on your opponent. Quite literally, actually, in some instances. So, Legion, Thomas, Gangdalf, Binny, and Blast getting into the decap first. Once again, securing the cap lead. Papasten, tell me he won't do it again. Tell me he's not going for B. And there we go. Voopsy capping C. Veta getting punished on the cross, losing almost half his hit points. And these are the chieftains. We've got Dimebag and Dada here. Double chieftains getting hull down here. They're going to be trying to put pressure on Gangdalf. Bounce there. Great work using the angles, the armor, the profile of this tanks to maximum effect. And that is a Hesh roll into Gangdalf. Look at the bounces they're getting. Superb. And Big Game capping C. Big Game to cap A as well. They're behind on cap points, but they won't be for much longer. Gangdalf coming round. And it looks like a flank's coming on here. We've got Thomas and Blast. They're pushing on Veta. Veta isolated. Veta's the call. He is going down. The 113 is moving across the map rapidly. Voopsy in the 215B at the back needs to support Veta. RG in the 113 coming back as well, but Blast getting punished, overexposing, and it's all kicking off here. And Dada is the first gun down. The Chieftains, great position, but not enough support. Relatively isolated. Thomas getting punished. RG to finish off Thomas. Will he do it? Will he bounce? Will he finish him? He gets the kill. It's one gun down apiece. Dimebag Barrel doing a great job to hold off against so many tanks, but Binny with the kill, potentially. Will Dimebag get away in time? No, he won't, but his tank will fall off anyway. And there, Voopsy finishing down Blast. And last, and Voopsy, Veta here. The 4 guns. Where is actually the T-62A? The T-62A and the Batchat are having their own firefight, but Vice and the 62A is coming across. Left nut, big hit into RG. Vice is going to have to get stuck into the action. He shouldn't be going for that cap. It's all about guns and cap points. Well, hit points here, sorry, rather. Oxbow with the kill on RG. And let's see here. Gangdalf getting on the side of Voopsy. He's going to put one in, but it's not enough. Voopsy hanging on with a fraction of his hit points. 118 in the balance. Look at the reload on the 113. He's going to beat. Oh, both bouncing. Both bouncing. Gangdalf potentially getting pushed over the edge. Voopsy's going to reload faster, but Gangdalf great side hugging here. And there goes last. It's Vice and Voopsy left, but this one goes to Legion. Big Game, not quite positioning the tanks correctly there. Where's Vice? Where's Vice gone? Chieftain Mark 6 is slightly out of position. Oxbow potentially with the kill here. No! And Papasten finishing off Vice there at the end. Great play by Legion. 1 point apiece moving forwards, moving off Faust. And let's have a look at the scores again. Left nut in the 268. Brilliant game. Papasten, IS7, showing what he's made of, close to 3k. Much better performance for him compared to last game. But in the previous match, he did have some difficulties there in terms of the strat and the positioning that he had to go to. 5k more damage inflicted by Legion. That is the focus fire that we have come to know and fear and respect from Legion's main team over the last couple of Twister matches that we've seen on stream. So, let's see. We are moving now to Himmelsdorf. Excellent stuff. 4-cap map, city map. Legion dispatched R2K very convincingly on day 2 of the round robin phase on Himmelsdorf. And this is a map which favors their approach to tanking. That focus fire, reliance on heavy tanks, and that's what we're seeing here. 5 113s, a T62 Alpha for some mobility, and 1 IS-7 for I don't know why, but I'm sure there's a reason. Across the table, Big Game, also a dominant strategy, 3 113s, well, a heavy dominant strategy, 3 113s, double IS-4, a 140, so another Russian medium. The 140, slightly better gun depression, but it might not be needed on Himmelsdorf. There's not really that many places where medium tanks can exploit one extra degree of gun depression on a city map that's as level and flat as Himmelsdorf, really. And Vupsi in the Foch 155. So countdown's coming. Legion will be starting north spawn. Big Game will be starting on the south spawn. Let's get rid of my face. There we go. And get stuck into the action. And let's see. Yeah. Blue team, Big Game. Red team, Legion. Legion starting with an innate hit point advantage. Probably in the order of about 1k HP potentially. Let's see. Oh no, much less. About 300k. Oh my god. 300 HP advantage. So let's see. Oxbow in the T62 Alpha pushing out wide to A. Big Game first into B, and Oxbow is going to spot these tanks coming around here. Doesn't quite get the reset on B. He's spotted, but he's lit up all of those tanks by Big Game crossing. Look at how far back in the backfield. Legion have got some of their tanks actually on the red one. Papa Sten, NG and Eggy all waiting to respond to the moves of Big Game. Oxbow taking a bit of damage here. Oxbow is going to have to move very, very quickly. He's got 4 Big Game tanks coming down to his right-hand side. But RG crossing. RG very exposed. He's having to use this crater, holding on for dear life, but he got double tapped there by probably Thomas, and Eggy gets one into Eggy, but Eggy's got the elevated position, and Eggy's able to exploit RG. RG is not having a good time, it seems, with his connection. Vupsi in the Foch 155 missing the shot on Eggy, but covering his teammate. RG very low in a difficult position. Cap points in the favor of Big Game. Big Game with Legion trapped in a pocket. Legion, though, well, hit points neck and neck. And that's a big hit. Oxbow getting tapped once again there. Where is Oxbow? I appear to have lost Oxbow. Oxbow down. And not ideal. Vice there finishing him off. Vice in the object 140. Mobile in the backfield. Papa Sten potentially with another shot. No, not quite. Let's see. So it's 1 gun down apiece. The cap lead in the favor of Big Game. Legion relatively, well, trapped in a pocket. NG down. Huge hit there by the Foch. And we've got some action here. Blast in the IS. Blast in the IS-7. There we go. 2, not a 7. Blast in the IS-7 getting some crossfire here. Vice in the 140. Dimebag with the kill. And now Thomas is in trouble. Thomas in the IS-4. He's got Dimebag off to his left. 3 heavy tanks up in front of him. Eggy's too far behind. Legion look to be in a lot of trouble. Thomas finishing off last. He's going to have to focus Dimebag. Dimebag potentially could be the next one to go down. Thomas getting another hit in. Dimebag down to 242. Narrowly dodging one shot, but Papa Sten finishing him off. Vupsi in the Foch 155 here, potentially in a world of trouble. He could get double teamed by Papa Sten and Eggy. They're going to push out here. They might be able to get around him. Look at the mobility, the DPM, but he bounces. Eggy with getting the good shot in. Vice finishing off Thomas. Legion. 4 guns for Big Game versus 3 guns for Legion. Papa Sten versus Vupsi. Eggy getting some crossfire. Vice hanging on by a thread. Gets one in. Has to stay safe. He really needs to stay in the game. Dada to finish off Papa Sten. And this looks like it could be Big Game's game. They managed to get Legion trapped in a pocket, and they really exploited the cap pressure there. And, well, no, they didn't. They actually pushed in even though they had the cap lead. They noticed they had Legion trapped in a pocket. Dada with the kill. And now it's Gangdalf. Gangdalf, the last man for Legion. Toe-to-toe. Oh, gets shot from behind. Was it from behind? Yes, it was. Vice with the kill in the 140. Brilliant play there by Big Game. I think Legion, it might have been a good call. If you look back at when you replay that map, you'll see that they were hanging back in the backfield for quite a while. Sorry, they were hanging back waiting to see what Big Game did. But Big Game, they came through the middle and they came through the medium cap area. And that pincer maneuver, it looked like it caught Legion off guard, and then Legion really didn't give themselves enough breathing room, and they ended up getting trapped in a bit of a corner. And that might have proved to be their undoing. Certainly Romka, 4k damage, brilliant game for him there. So let's make sure that we're ready up. We're going to switch the spawns. Legion's focus fire being put into the test and being outdone by Big Game. Big Game are the team that I train and sometimes join for tournaments from time to time when I'm available. So I actually don't know who to root for here. I've been cheering on pretty much for Legion as neutrally as I can from the commentator booth for the last 3 days, but now seeing them up against the guys that I probably spend the most time talking on Discord, I'm torn. I think that's fair. I think you're allowed to be torn in terms of cheering on your team. Certainly my fan banner is for Big Game. I haven't been able to open many crates because I'm not watching the streams. If I was, I would be opening quite a lot and supporting my team. So let's see. Legion staying with pretty much the same lineup, although it looks like they're going heavier rather than sticking the mobility. Big Game, on the other hand, getting 2 clippers in once again, double 50Bs, an interesting choice on Himmelsdorf. I'm not sure how that's going to work out. The 50B is a great tank, but Legion, when they're focused, when they have their discipline on top form, I think it will be difficult for Big Game to really use those 50Bs effectively. But of course, as always, I do stand to be corrected. And it is currently 2-1 in the favor of Big Game. And Legion... red team south spawn, Big Game, blue team north spawn. Let's see, let's try and get a wide field of view here. There we go, some speed boost dropped by Legion red team. Big Game, well, Legion now with they're gonna cap B before Big Game gets C. Both teams moving towards the open flank, the left flank, the A flank. The D cap being neglected. No one really with the mobility to capitalize. There's no mediums on the field, so no one really with the speed and mobility to capitalize on that vacant flank. As soon as they realize that where all of their opponents' tanks are, they won't want to take guns and DPM out of the fire. And there's the focus fire from Legion, and Vupsi getting double tapped. RG taking a bit of damage. RG once again in the middle. I don't know if this is paying or if this is where he wants to be, but certainly I wouldn't want to be where RG is, because he has got 2 guns in front of him, 2 guns to the left, and RG is going to go down early. And there we go, it's 1 gun up for Legion. RG in the crater, not able to hold off long enough, and Legion there really picking up a very easy kill. And now Romka's in trouble. Romka's getting pushed by Binny. He's getting, oh dear. Romka going down, 2 gun advantage now. Oh no. It's going to be Thomas to pick up the kill. Blast finishing off Dimebag Barrel. All 3 1-1-3s for Big Game down. Vice in the 268 is in a tricky position. He's got nowhere to go. He's got Oxbow, Binny, Blast, Papasten off to his left. Thomas is going to get 1 shot in. Then it's going to be NG. No, NG, then Thomas. Thomas with the kill. Oh, no, into the back of NG. NG blocking Thomas's shot there. But Oxbow's finished off Vupsi. Last manages to take down Blast. NG taking down Vice. It is Dada and Last hanging on by a thread. Dada here coming up against NG in Gangdalf. And there Thomas takes down Last. Dada, last man standing. It's going to be Legion to tie it up 2 for 2. We're going to go onto the tie-breaking map. What a great comeback there by Legion on this map. And the focus fire, the rapid dropping guns from Big Game. A sight to behold. And both teams with a good damage spread. And the 50Bs, well, Vupsi taking damage early on, not really able to use the damage potential of his tank at all. And Last, only really getting 2 clips, well, a clip and a half worth of damage out. And really good. 4 players over 2k for Legion. No one under 1500 points of damage. And almost, well, over double damage inflicted. 6 guns in the game. Super strong performance there by Legion. We are now moving on to Vineyards, and this will be an interesting map. This is a map that has been commented on the past as being one of the least balance map for Clan Wars. It's been reworked slightly, so I think that's been addressed by Wargaming. Certainly now, the spawns are slightly more balanced, and it's slightly easier to cap. Those outside flanks, well, equally easy, shall I say. Before, one of them was much easier to cap than the other one was very exposed. So now the spawns are more balanced. The map's in daytime rather than nighttime. Makes a huge difference. And there have been some slight tweaks which have improved it in terms of overall gameplay balance, both in randoms and on the Clan Wars scene. So 30 seconds going into it. Big game taking a very mobile lineup, 2 Batchats and a Leopard. Legion playing more conservatively, Batchat E5 for the mobility, and then relying on the heavy tanks, and also another 268. 268 getting a lot of love by both teams this evening. Great to see that Russian TD after the buff featuring more prominently in Clan Wars. Bit of variety in the meta. Before, you'd only really see the grill. And now you see a little bit of all the TDs. From time to time, you'll even see a Jaegeru as well. So this is the tiebreaker. This will decide who wins. Romka, you've taken the R2K banner. Get out. Vice, you've got the other team's fan banner. Blast, we've said this before, but you know, I don't know why you're supporting Rez. It's nice that you're sharing the love, but yeah, really, come on. So let's go. Oxbow dropping the speed boost. He's rocking the Russian Twister camouflage. I don't know the name of this one, but he's dropping the speed boost, and he's not going to a cap. He's looking to get map control, but he is potentially going to come across Dada and Vupsi, the big game Batchats. Both of them unspotted. That's the spots. Oxbow's spotted. He doesn't know that Dada and Vupsi are coming off in front of him. They're going to double clip him. 1, 2. Oh, Oxbow, they're very lucky to get away with only 2 shots worth of damage. And Oxbow, Blast taking some damage. Where's Blast? He's crossing in the open. And big game here. Massively 3k, almost, well, 2.5k ahead in terms of hit points. Also capping the cap points ticking over in their favor. Big game here. Playing a very, very good start. Blast goes down. Last is AFK taking the kill. Vice and the Leopard. Vupsi and Dada are going to focus down Thomas. The double Batchats, the mobility, the damage per minute. It's all in their favor. They can take him down. Thomas isn't even going to get a reload in. Amazing. That's what we're talking about. That is fantastic. And Ronka finishing off Binny. What is happening to Legion? Big game on form. Oxbow taking down Vice though. Oxbow and Gangdalf, and there's NG taking down Vupsi. Maybe I spoke too soon. It's still 5-on-4. There's still 3k hit points in the favor of big game. Oxbow 2 in the chamber. He's going to push RG. Gets a hit from Romka. Dimeback Barrel's got him on a beeline. RG with a hit on Oxbow. Oxbow very, very low indeed. NG goes down. Oxbow down to his last 40 hit points. Gangdalf getting pushed on by Last here in the 268. He's going to get flanked by a 3-shot Oxbow. No, he's not. He takes him down. Gangdalf gets 429 in, but he is the last man standing for Legion. Big game beating Legion's main team. They are going to be the winners of round 1. 6 points to Legion's 5, with Raid and R2K respectively on, well, potentially getting more points each. And there we go, RG with the final kill. What an amazing performance there. The double Batchats by Big Game proving to be absolutely dominant, used in the right way, and beautiful game all round really by Big Game. And Legion getting outplayed to the tune of 5.2k HP damage inflicted. So that was something else. I don't know, I can only really see this screen. So there we go. That is the end of round 1. Coming up later on this evening, the match will be starting at 8:45 p.m. CEST. That's in 20 minutes time. Factor in a 5-minute delay for this stream. That is going to be at 8:50 p.m. Central European Summertime CEST. So you've got yourself about 24 or 25 minutes to go put the kettle on, have a cup of tea, get something to eat. And I will see you back here. If you're watching through the portal or the website and you're getting those Twister coins for the stream ticking over, leave it open so the counter doesn't stop. Just a bit of advice for you guys there. Hard Striker says noobs in both teams. Oh, I don't know if you can say that really about these guys, you know. They're playing at the top of the game, the top of the table. Okay, so we've got about 25 minutes. I was taking suggestions before on what tanks to play on the PC controls, and you guys, on Discord, you gave me some really tough suggestions, and so I've decided that I don't want to do that, and I've selected 3 tanks myself to play in the interim period. We're of course going to be waiting for the scores to come through from the other matches. So first, let's play something nice and easy. This is the Matilda BP. It was my first ever premium tank back in 2014. I think I got it on sale for €1.50. Those were the days. So here we go. Good lord, I have to remember the PC controls. Let's see. I think we should go up. Right. I tweaked the controls. I've even fiddled around with my mouse settings, my mouse DPI settings. So in theory, all should be well. Now the Matilda BP is, I say this, I'm going to say it's an underrated tank, and then you're going to see me do like no damage. It's very slow, so you need to drive it into the middle of the action as quickly as you can. Ow. But its DPM numbers, if you can bring them to bear without being in too exposed a position yourself. No, we're not going to be able to get the anchor really from here. The DPM numbers are great. The penetration numbers are okay. It's not a bad tank. It's really not a bad tank at all. It gets quite a bit of a bad rap from time to time. Go on, do it. Okay, we've managed to take down the anchor. We're getting flanked. They've managed to kill our T-25. I don't know where the Stug is, so this is either a good idea. Oh no, I do know where the Stug is. There we go, he's there. So it was a good idea. Nope. Nope. Haha. There we go. Now where's the last boy at? He's somewhere. There's a Churchill. He's somewhere. Oh, he's full HP. If I was faster, I might go and try and damage farm him. He's been ineffective for most of this battle. I imagine he doesn't have much damage on the field, on the table. Kill steal. Oh no. Got to hit first. You got to hit to kill steal. 704 damage. That's not good. That's not good at all. But it's a win, so it's a significant improvement. Hard Striker. I see the chat from time to time. He says you suck. Oh, he says Legion sucks. Oh no, Juicy Tender said you suck. Huh? Oh dear. I'm not gonna get involved. You guys, fight it out there. Ahmed. I can't see the rest of your name, sorry. I've got it quite a small window. How can I get the Twister coins? You've got to get into the Wargaming portal. So basically, if you're trying to watch the stream... Sorry, I won't accept platoon requests at the moment. See this big live button here? Click tournaments, click current, click here, click streams, and then go to one of the ones that says live. Amonet's following R2K. I'm following Legion. And R1B Rib is following Raid. Pick one of them, stick it on, make sure that when you go through the portal, whether that's through here or the website, you're logging in with your Wargaming ID. And that way, when you go in through the portal with your Wargaming ID, Wargaming can give your account all of those juicy, juicy Twister coins. And then, I don't think I have many at the moment, actually. I've got the big game fan banner. That's all I need, really. I don't have any coins at the moment. I played some ratings. I got my wins. I got 2 crates. I got the fan banner. That's me done. So let's have a look and see if the chart's updated, actually. Also, the Ascent tournaments are underway at the moment. That is going to be competing for a spot in the top echelon tournament, which will ultimately be a chance to try and secure the wildcard spot. There is still opportunity for players not in this tournament to go through to the Twister offlines, but it's a very long, very complicated road, and it's very difficult indeed. So let's see the chart here. Big Game leading the pack after round 1 with 6 points. Legion, Raid, and R2K all tied up at 5 points. Raid and R2K winning both of their matches earlier on. Easy European All-Stars, they won their match too, and so that means that it was Legion, LOCA, First Alliance, and Rez that didn't win their matches earlier this evening. And you can see here, there's quite a big distance now. 3 points between the bottom of the top 4 and the top of the bottom 4. Easy LOCA, First Alliance. They've got their work cut out for them if they want to try and make the top 4 cutoff point to qualify for the double elimination phase of the Twister Onlines. Not impossible, but it's a lot of work. So that is an update on that. Continuing the theme of playing OP tanks that I started at the end of last stream, the Lupus, it's in store at the moment. I bought it on a whim. It's not the prettiest tank I've ever seen, but after you drive it a few times, you will come to love it, because it'll give you a 74% win rate with an average of 2k damage, which is probably not the best thing for that tank. And certainly I won't be able to do that with PC controls. But, you know, it's a very nice tank indeed. Brilliant gun depression, great armor profile. Got to make sure that you don't get the mediums all up around you. And the enemy team, T49, T44, AMX, CDC, could well make short work of me if they get on the flank. And it looks like we've only got really an LTB and an AMX on our side as well to control the flank. So, bottom tier 4 tanks tier above me on the enemy team will load APCR, and we're going to push up into C. I'm hoping that I won't get absolutely hammered by a TD for doing this, but you never know. Yes, I'm doing it IS6. Daddy Kong forever. I am indeed capping C, and there we go. Our LTB is potentially about to get absolutely ruined, because he is outgunned and outnumbered and alone on the A flank. I'm going to poke with my very, very strong armor here. No, I'm not. I'm going to miss. But I've spotted up the AT, and there's some crossfire coming here. We've got the C-cap. If we just hold, which I believe I can say 4. Nope. 2. Yes. Aha. No, I don't want you to push me out of that area. The LTTB is gone. We've lost the flank. We're still ahead in terms of cap points. But if their mediums get in behind us, they're going to cap A, and they're going to get behind us. We're going to be in for a bad day. And it's also going to mean it's quite difficult for me to push up here. But I really need to start putting some damage on the table, but I'm not sure where that SU is. Haha. There we go. We need to be aggressive. We need to push, because their mediums are coming. Let's capitalize on the gun advantage we have locally. Let's use the armor profile. Yeah, shoot me. Shoot me. Do it. That's fine. I'm going to finish off the AT. Loading APCR. Hashtag no chances. Hashtag can't use the blooming controls. Ammo rack for 266. We'll take it. There's the IS. Oh. playing like an absolute spanner, but we led the charge. We're 6 guns onto 3. We've got double the cap points, but that last shot from the SU was just really the last thing that we needed. They're getting B. The 49 is potentially trouble, because even from the side, a HE roll from him would just be really the end of days for me with 182 hit points on the table. TC aiming. Not my friend. Not my friend at all. They've managed to knock down one more of our guns. Woo! Nope. Nope, 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 nope. Nuts. Sad times indeed. I'm really doing a bad job for wargaming and promoting the lupus there. It's a very OP tank. Don't blame the person doing the controlling here. But it looks like, let's hang around for the end here. We've got time. We've got about another. The AMX CDC is going to have to run away. Can Daddy Kong forever get the kill? Oh, come on. Oh, fluffs the shot. He's almost as bad as me. All the AMX has to do is run away. Daddy Kong, come on. You can do it. I believe in you. Yes! Daddy Kong forever, FCZ clan. Great job. Well carried there. Fantastic. And that's going to help with my stats. Brilliant stuff. Oh, 80-15, 3k damage. Daddy Kong forever. IS-6, 2.4. And we'll give the T-44 a worthy opponent. Okay, we've got just a bit of time before the invite comes. Well, maybe 3 minutes. So, let's see how we go. Henno Van Dam, why not 1, 2, 3 for ability and 5, 6, 7 for ammo? I don't know, I just find it, I don't know. I prefer the layout that I have. I can use auto aim, but auto aim aims at like the middle of the tank, I think. And I'm not about that. So let's see. Bottom tier again. Enemy E50, 140. Got a pattern. Look at this camouflage. Love this camouflage on the T-54. Absolutely brilliant. I don't have the view range. He does. I'm going to let him push forwards. Our team really not being supportive at all in the grand scheme of things. But there we go. The 140 of the enemy there playing the rails. Nope. Almost. Firing through the bush to get that soft camouflage bonus there. Doing a little bit of damage, hitting something for the first time in my life on PC. Big hit there from our 183 into the enemy 140. That's good. That's going to mean we can push the flank in the corner here. There, 268, 183, not covering the backfield. We can attack. We can say attack. That's why we moved attack to 1. The enemy heavies and TDs are there. The 215B of the enemy is down. We're going to push. We're going to drop adrenaline. Let's focus down the object 140. Oh, good lord. Haha. We'll switch to heat. The T-62 is going to finish us off. T-57 even. But it's good. It's fine. We pulled the T-57 out of the central conflict, which effectively means... It effectively means that if our heavies wake up, they can be aggressive. Come on. Come on, IS-4. Come on, Yag Tiger. You can do it. I believe in you. Patton going here. The 57's going to clip him out. Our guys really not being very, very supportive at all. Don't focus the mouse. Take down the low HP targets first. Okay, the invites will be out. We don't know how this game ends. We'll have a look later. We can see later. Let's exit the garage. We're here for Twister. We're not here for my random Newbury. Been praised by Daddy Kong. Thank you. And Turbo Hesh. Thank you as well. It's always nice. And Elastabos. Oh, very good. Okay. Let's see. T62A. It's a very nice tank indeed. Well, I don't have good damage numbers in it. That is sad. Okay, we're just waiting for that invite now. Great to see lots of guys watching. Lots of chat happening on the little live chat there as well. Kind, gentle reminder to, if you do eventually come around to watching this video on the on my YouTube channel, please do tap the like and the subscribe buttons. It's a little bit of effort from you, but I really appreciate it. Makes me feel all warm and fuzzy inside. Oh, the T-54 we won. Okay, let's see that then. Wow, our T-57, 4.3k damage. R183, lots of damage as well. Their T-57, good move by him. Deflects back and back up his 140 and E50. Bad move by me to be playing on PC in general. That is not good life choices. Oh, interesting. 45, 7. Oh. Well, it's actually at 9. We've got more time. Okay. I apologize. The invites will be coming out in about 15 minutes. So go put on another pot of coffee. We're going to be here a while. Just having a look at the chat. We've got... I do have some mods, some friends of mine here watching the chat. So keep it family friendly. Don't spam too much. Kuga, Satan, Dutch Punisher, and BTHF are eyes on that chat from time to time. And we'll shut you down. Also, a huge shout out to those guys. Ipexy, I can't. You don't want me to platoon with you right now. You really, really do not want that at all. Let's try the mouse. Let's go. You really don't want that. You don't want to play with me when I'm on PC. Oh, great to see some of the PAX P4X clan here. Recognize them. Nice to have them on the green team. Not recognizing anyone from the red team. It's a good map. Let's see. Rocking Legion's camouflage on the mouse. I believe that was a reward for the clan for winning the Blitz 2017 Twister Cup. So let's see, R140 getting some spots in there. We're not having control of the corner map. That's not ideal. Don't want to push the 183 out. They've got C. Who have they sent in to C? Because, you know, who indeed have they sent in to C? Also, someone was asking me why not 1, 2, 3 for the ammo. I've got a mouse with lots of buttons on it. I wish I had a mouse with more buttons on it, if I'm being honest. Because it's actually quite easy. Ooh, good hit there from our IS-7. Gets a bounce as well. We've capped B. I kind of snuck in at the end there. We're going to try and rotate round and protect our 183. Ooh. Someone's getting hammered there. Let's see. We are going to push up and fluff the shot. But we're going to protect our 183. and get hit by that 183. No, you won't get away. Oh, you might get away. And then I'm gonna get hit by the enemy 183. Ah dear. I've made a poor life choice. This is a very poor life choice indeed. No, don't shoot me. What have I done to you? Nothing. Oh dear. Well, I went down swinging. It's 4 on 4. I'd like to think if I was untouched, I could have taken that. Yes, the Happy Kiwi. Yes, I have realized that the game is at 8. I think you're 5 minutes behind me. So yes, it's good of wargaming to change that. I just assumed everything was carrying on the same as normal, which obviously wasn't the case. I think we might win this. There we go. Pro KSA in the E4 finishing down Shadow Knight Gunner in the T57. We've got 3 camps. We've got a gun up. Unless our team does something spectacularly stupid, we're going to win. And I'd like to think Pro KSA getting another kill there. I'd like to think by lasting as long as I did, protecting our 183, I gave our team a great chance at the victory. Great stuff. 2 friend requests. 3. Only 3. Excellent stuff. Really good job there by the team. I'm not having the best games, but I'm not having the worst games. I feel like I'm getting slightly better. Like, can I Alperin? Can I try a 268 or E5? We've got time. I won't try the 268 because I'm bad at that on touch anyway. However, I will try the E5 just for you, Alperin. And I'm not recognizing any of the clan tags, unfortunately. But I will recommend that we go for the A base. That suits me down to the ground. So let's see. Let's try and have one good game on PC before we go into Legion versus LOCA. CB? No, I don't want to go to CB. Okay. Ah, good lord. This is it. Oh, he's got the attachments. 4,000 gold there for a fire extinguisher on the back of the tank. What a bargain. So, let's see here. Pushing forwards. There's a 50B. And the worst shot you've ever seen. Ooh, I got one of the spots in. Let's try not to. Sorry, E4, that is my bad. Right, I'm going to try and get here. There's a 183 somewhere. But I think here I've got some defilation. And I can get an angle on the 268. And I can potentially, I don't think I spotted the 183. Nope. Do it. Poke again. Poke again. Do it. Go on. No E4. No, don't do that. That is unhelpful. R274 is down. Okay, we're going to be aggressive. They've got a T... I'd rather lose an E4 than a T57 heavy. Oh. Not the best move I've ever made, if we're being honest. No, that's not fair. That's really not fair. There's two one-shots there, but there's a 268 kind of guarding them. And the E4 isn't going to let me side scrape. That's great. Now there's 3 one-shots. Nope. It was worth it. No regrets. No regrets at all. Oh. Look at that, turning the E5 into a city brawling tank. Who knew it could be done? Certainly not me. Nope. Ha ha ha! Front chassis there of the E5, bouncing 930 points worth of damage. That makes me very happy indeed. And here we go. Pushing up IS-7 with the final kill. Warthog DZ, LOL. Well, yeah, you know. We were on the ropes a little bit there. I'm like, I'm sorry, I'm not gonna... I'll accept friend requests, but I won't be joining your platoons, unfortunately. I am about... I'm about I'm about 1,000 average damage at T-Rex below what I normally play, which is sad. Okay, we've got 3 minutes until the invite comes out, so I won't go into another match. Go away, go away. What I will do though is I put my face back on the screen. Hey. And I will have a look, not only... Oh no, what I'm going to do is I'm going to have a look at the next lineups for this evening, because this will give us a clue as to, like, when today concludes, what we're going to be seeing in terms of the layout of the table on the EU server. So, we know Legion play LOCA next. That is a tough draw for LOCA. We expect Legion to win this one, based on their seeding and the current precedent being set through the tournament. Big Game, top of the table. They are going to be facing up against easy European All-Stars. Now, teams have played exactly half of their matches. And for easy, now being on 2 points, the next 7 games are vitally important. I think they need to win about 5 or 6 to be within a chance of going into the top 4. So facing Big Game, the current table leaders, and beating them would be a massive boost to their campaign to stay in the running for the offline finals in Minsk. So easy there. It's going to be a crucial game for them. Big Game, they've got a lot of breathing room right now. They only really need 2 more victories out of the next 7 matches to make the top 4. Obviously, they want as many wins as humanly possible. Who doesn't like winning? But easy, that's very important. Raid, they are going to be going up against First Alliance. Same thing applies there. First Alliance are... First Alliance are on 2 points as well. And Raid are in the top 4. So... First Alliance need victory points desperately, and Raid have got some breathing room. Raid, I think, need to win 3 games at least out of the next 7 matches. So this is the pressure's on for First Alliance, but this is where teams, the top 4 teams, Legion, R2K, Big Game, Raid, they can't get complacent. If they get complacent, they get sloppy, they could still not make the top 4. So everything to play for, and also the seeding matters, I believe, as well. Like the first place plays off against the 4th place and so on. So obviously you want to be as in a dominant position going into the top 4 as possible to get the better matchups, bearing in mind that it is a double elimination phase. So that's Raid, and R2K are playing off against Rez. And so I think for Rez, at one point, if they lose this match, that will be effectively them out of the running for the top 4. But you never know. I mean, technically, if they win all the next 6 games after this one, they could make it. But that seems unlikely. So, let's go pick up. Let's go pick up that invite to the room. And we are now seeing LOCA versus Legion. Legion, red team on your screen right now, starting South Spawn on Castilla, one of my personal favorite maps for Supremacy mode in Clan Wars. LOCA, green team, North Spawn. An important matchup for them. Also a very, very important matchup for them, what with them being on 2 points and Legion being in the top 4. So what we're actually seeing at the moment is all 4 bottom-seeded teams, well, in terms of current standing in the chart, playing up against a team from the top. Sorry, from the top 4 on the table as it stands for the European server. So we've got some lineups are being shuffled now. It looks like Legion are already settled into what they're doing, what they're taking. And we're seeing a very nice, a varied approach from what we've been seeing from Legion over the last couple of days of the tournament, which has been typically featuring a lot of Chinese WZ113s. Let's see. Yeah, so Thomas in the premium UK Chieftain Mark 6 tank. What a glorious vehicle that is, especially with the Union Jack camouflage. Absolutely wonderful. Binny Legion, Binny back in the IS-7, Eggy 50B, NG in the grill. NG, I promise I will show the results screen on the stream, so that so people can see how much damage you do in that tank. Ooh. Let's make sure that we get ready. We'll ready up in the beast. Why not? It's a nice tank. So yeah, NG, don't worry. We will see your monster damage carry that you're no doubt going to do on Castilla with those beautiful sniping positions and wide fields of fire. Gangdalf in the 50B alongside Eggy, Oxbow in the Batchat, and Papasten in the STB. We haven't really seen Legion use a lot of the STB, and certainly I'd be interested to see where Papasten goes on Castilla. I anticipate Papasten with the STB, low chassis, good gun depression. He's going to be focusing on the Castilla, that hill area itself. Oxbow might be going off to the side, to the windmill area, to get some good spots in and then run away cheekily before he gets pushed by LOCA. No idea what the rest of Legion will be doing. Certainly I expect the 50Bs to be working together or exploiting complementary angles of fire. LOCA, on the other hand, we've seeing a Batchat as well. One of the best maps for taking a Batchat. Upringer in the 268, Karolek 268, WSO Foch 155, so 3 TDs by LOCA. Potentially a very passive or extremely aggressive strategy they'll use moving forwards. Dr. Redline in the 215B. Interestingly, with Dr. Redline, the reason why he is called Dr. Redline is not because he spends most of his time in the red part of his HP pool. It's because he camps at the back of the map in randoms like a noob. Apparently, this is he told me this. So it's Dr. Redline in the 215B. Won't expect him to be doing much camping in that tank. By Azrael in the IS-4, Foxy 113. I'm ready, they're ready. Let's get stuck into the action. First game, best of 5, LOCA versus Legion, Supremacy on Castilla. And we are ready to roll. And both teams, thank you Legion for finally getting your act together and having matching fan banners. And well done LOCA as well. I always had the faith in you. So starting here, it's Survivor 99. It's LOCA red team North Spawn, Legion blue team South Spawn. Survivor 99 in the Batchat 25D, rocking a professional camouflage. Where is he going? Oh, thank you, Survivor. I love you too. It's an absolute pleasure to follow you guys. Brilliant esportsman all round in the offline, or in the online part of the EU server. Survivor dropping the speed boost. He is making a beeline for A, and there's Papasten in the STB. He's going to be trying to cover A. The 50Bs, both 50Bs here going to A. Survivor could be in quite a bit of trouble. Those 50Bs are going to come around the corners. Papasten's going to get elevated on the ridgeline. He's going to spot him, and then they're going to clip him out. This is bad news. Although he's potentially going to cap A, it might cost him every single last one of his hit points. 2 hits, 3 hits, 4 hits, 1500 HP down. Oh, he's down to 85 HP. It was such a bold move. But the 50Bs, although they're spotted, they have perfect cover and defilation from Uthbringer in the 268. So this side of the map, Legion dominant. Across the field, we've got Binny, Thomas, Oxbow, those heavy tanks and Batchat stacked up on the windmill behind C. Dr. Redline by Azrael, no lines of fire. They're looking across at WSO and Foxy in the city. Karolek in the 268 will be looking to get shots across, but that is a very difficult angle of fire to work. Legion know what they're doing and will be showing nothing really there. Oxbow in the Batchat, in the Russian Twister camouflage. What is he going to be doing? Because certainly he is Legion's mobile guy. Legion know that they're ahead. They're actually almost 2k HP ahead. Binny Legion. Binny in the IS-7. He's going to try and draw out the LOCA players. Legion, 1k HP inflicted. Where did that come from? Binny there, he's spotted, he's in trouble. Karolek might be able to get one more in. Binny takes another hit. Karolek's got one in the chamber. He's unspotted. He's dropped adrenaline. Higher module damage. Big hit. Binny goes down. LOCA to take the first gun advantage. Very strong play there. Very strong play indeed by LOCA. Really good discipline by Survivor. Look where he is now. 3 tanks from LOCA on the ridgeline, working those brilliant angles of fire from the elevated position. It's Foxy 113 is going to try and take A. Legion have got C. It cost them Binny, but they are going to slowly overtake LOCA in terms of cap points. The hit points are also neck and neck at the moment. So although Legion are a gun down, if they can keep their DPM in the right place at the right time, it shouldn't be too much of a bother for them. But now we've got Foxy and WSO. Foxy gets hit. That's the reset on the A-cap. Great move there by Papasten. And now we've got Oxbow in the Batchat. Eggy in the 50B. Foxy taking another hit. Oxbow going for the long reload. Papasten getting one in. Foxy bleeding HP. Is it going to be worth cost? Is this good for LOCA? Probably not. Losing this much AP. They're not even going to get a WSO. Potentially not in a good position either. Oh dear. And even now WSO has taken 2 hits. Brilliant play. Look at Legion using those clippers. Great comeback here by them. Papasten, Oxbow bouncing the next 2 shots. WSO and Foxy, nothing to show for that except a drop in HP. Dr. Redline pushing forwards in the 215B. He's going to try and get elevated and deal with Papasten. And all the while we've got Thomas, Gangdalf and NG. Those 3 tanks pretty much uncontested. LOCA have flexed and relocated all 7 tanks on the screen in front of you now. Yes, all 7 of them there. The Batchat staying in the backfield, spotting out their rear flank, whilst the rest of LOCA stack up for the push. The question is, have Legion spotted them on the flex? Certainly, Oxbow's ready to run away. Papasten's got good cover by NG in the grill. Eggy in the 50B. Potentially could be the gun to get caught out, but he's full HP. He's got 3 in the chamber. And now LOCA once again going for the cap, but they are stacked here. And if Eggy and Oxbow, look at this great play. HP rotation in the extreme. Papasten in the backfield spotted, Oxbow spotted, Eggy spotted. And there we go. LOCA have finally got A, but WSO, Foxy and Batchat are all one-shots. Eggy bouncing some shots, taking 2, 995 HP down. Eggy on the long reload. He's going to get pushed by Azrael and Karolek. They might be able to take him down. That would give LOCA a 2-gun advantage, admittedly with 3 one-shots on the table. Papasten bouncing, Oxbow bouncing. It looks like Legion are prepared to sacrifice Eggy. But he's going to get 3 shots in the chamber now. WSO is going to push. And Eggy focusing Karolek. Eggy to finish off. Oh, Oxbow finishing off WSO in the Foch there. And it's a big hit by Azrael. And there we go. Uthbringer taking down Eggy. It is 2 guns, 1 gun advantage in the favor of LOCA, but they are almost 200 points behind in terms of caps. And there we go, Survivor and Karolek, the 1-shots finished up by Legion, the focus fire, the discipline. Gangdalf 2 in the chamber, gets Foxy. He's going 1 more. Will he hit Azrael or will he go for a long reload? Dr. Redline and Azrael, the last guys left. Legion coming back from the early loss at Binny. Brilliant flexing and mobility, anticipating the push by LOCA perfectly. And that's a shot by Papasten. Great penetration, great accuracy by him, hitting the IS-4 range. 1 more into the side. Gangdal's going to have 1 in the chamber in time. He's going to take down by Azrael. Oh no, Oxbow with a kill steal once more. And it's Dr. Redline, last man standing, 215B in the Castilla. He is going to get rushed. Legion are coming for him. Thomas with one. Doesn't get the bounce, but Thomas is going to get the reload on the 215B. He knows it. He's aiming. And there we go. Clan and team leader Thomas with the last kill on the first match versus LOCA. Absolutely superb performance by Legion there. Really, really impressive to see that. Ripper for you. I will accept that. But I missed the button there. More people with the friend requests coming in. And Papa Sten, the STB, working that hill, working those angles like you would not believe. So that was something. I really thought when Legion lost Binny that they were in quite a bit of trouble. But Binny's been subbed out now. We've got Left Nut coming in the IS-7 instead. 1-0 to Legion. Best of 5. First team to 3 victories takes the series. We're rotating the spawns on Castilla. Legion sticking with a pretty identical lineup, it seems. Eggy, Papasten, Thomas yet to confirm tanks that they're taking. LOCA, we don't know what they're doing yet. They're going to have a think, revise that strategy. It was not a well, it almost worked. It almost worked. They almost got A, but almost doesn't quite cut it when it comes to esports on Blitz. So let's see. LOCA potentially going more mobile rather than heavier. So they're stacking. They're stacking there. Ooh, 39 seconds. Remember to click ready. My God, remember to click ready. I don't want to miss the start. Okay. Yeah. Oh, Eggy in the E50M. Interesting tank choice. Still Oxbow in the bat chat. They've dropped the Clippers though, so Legion are switching it up a little bit, keeping the 50B, keeping the bat chat, keeping the SDB. Bringing in a 50M instead. Similar lineup. Thomas is still in the Chieftain. Gangdalf in the 113. Left Nut in for Binny in terms of the IS-7. And LOCA doing something quite similar to what Legion did. Although they don't have a Chieftain and they've switched the grill for the 268. So potentially we could see LOCA try and repeat what Legion just threw at them in the last match. But I'd be surprised. Looking just at the hit points now, it's going to be quite even to start with. I don't think any team is going to start with an HP advantage based on the tank compositions that we see here in front of us. But the quick math might be letting me down. You never know until those little bars appear on the screen. Let's see. Dr. Redline 50B calling for help. Okay, let's see. Let's go to Oxbow in the bat chat, dropping the speed boost. Oh yes, please remember to subscribe. Thank you so much for the love and the support in-game, on stream. Obviously, without the guys, the players here in front of you, we wouldn't have anything to watch. So huge kudos and thank you to them. It's a lot of time, these games. But now we're in on Survivor 99. Survivor 99 there. Let's see. There we are. Survivor in the bat chat. Get some spots, picking up Thomas there. Really good call. Thomas isolated. Huge distance between him and any support, but he's dug in. But Karolek trying to repeat, literally same tank, similar position to Papasten, but getting a big hit there. That looks like it was the grill. That might have been NG's. Oh, good lord, I didn't look at the battle screen after the last game. Massive apologies. Must remember to do that. There's so much to think about. But Karolek trying to repeat what Papasten did there. WSO taking hits. And yeah, we're seeing a very similar setup here. LOCA with the STB in the hill. And a 50B trying to cover here. Legion, though, playing a passive game on A. Papasten's in a very strong position, hull down in the STB here. But he's just come across Foxy. Neither of them getting a shot off in time. Papasten deciding discretion is the better part of valor, pulling back. Left Nut there. Hull down, spotting A, making sure that LOCA can't push down this flank. And this is going to be a bit of a stalemate for a while. Dr. Redline and the 50B trying to see if B is clear. Survivor in the bat chat, keeping Thomas spotted. Thomas anchoring down that corner, making sure that LOCA can't get a sneaky push through Legion's spawn, the blue number 1 there, top middle of the minimap. This is what Castilla is renowned for. These very passive, very stalemate plays, No one's got a cap lead. Legion are about 1k HP ahead. They've knocked off some HP from Karolek and WSO, although Papa Sten has taken a bit of damage, a tiny bit, maybe less than 300 points worth of damage there. So the question is, whose nerve will hold longer? Because both teams in defensive positions, but it looks like it's Legion seizing the initiative. They're spotted, and oh, huge hit from WSO. Look at that. Eggy Gangdalf. NG, yes, NG here. What a brilliant position he's in. Oxbow to finish off WSO. Great start for Legion on the second game. They're a gun up, and they don't quite manage to get A, but they are a gun up. They have dominance on this flank. LOCA not really capitalizing there. Thomas, he's the commander. He's left out of the fight, but look at this. He's got such a brilliant view. He knows where all the enemy team are mostly. He can focus on leading the troops rather than commanding his own tank, and that is in itself almost an advantage. But Survivor, oh, he was so close to capping B, but Oxbow there with the reset. Oxbow's got 2 in the chamber. Oxbow will be able to keep B free and clear. It might cost him a bit of HP, but it'll be worth it in the long run. There we go. Oh, and Survivor getting some more crossfire coming in. Oh, and he's on fire. He's on fire, but he's hanging in there. 395 HP. And LOCA, they're behind. They've lost the gun, so they're behind on cap points and DPM. But they're also bleeding HP across the field. Leftnut, Gangdalf, and Oxbow in a similar position. It's cost them more than they would have liked, I think, to lock down that flank. Certainly now by Azrael taking a hit from Leftnut, getting a bounce for his troubles. He's going to have to work on defending A, but there's a lot of Legion guns supporting him, but he does defend A. Great play, but now he's down to 193 HP. And there we go, there's a one shot into NG, and Papa Sten in the STB coming down. Look at that reverse, well, sort of reverse side scraping down the hill. And Karolek, oh, big hit. That must have been the grill and someone else there. Huge amount of damage coming into him. He's going to have to play super conservatively. And now NG, good lord, he's taken a tremendous amount of fire. Bringer in the 268 and Dr. Redline in the 50B. Crossfire from across the map. And NG hanging on by the skin of his teeth there, bouncing one in the tracks. WSO by Azrael, 2 tanks down for LOCA. But LOCA have got Legion on the ropes. There are so many low HP tanks here. Leftnut, NG, Oxbow. Oxbow on the long reload. LOCA could do this. Certainly, Ufbringer, if he can get a good hit into Gangdalf, that will really give them control of the middle here. But Thomas finally coming into the action. Deep HP pool, getting the pincer there, getting the crossfire on Ufbringer, and there we go. Foxy finishing off Papa Sten, but it's 3 on 6. Almost a double HP lead. And Dr. Redline here in the 50B, he's going to get 1. Can he finish off Gangdalf? He probably will. Yes, he does. Great play by Dr. Redline, but now he's on a long reload. Oxbow might be able to come in and finish him off. No, Oxbow has taken down Karolek in the STB. Oxbow's got 2 in the chamber. He's coming round. He knows Dr. Redline's on a long reload. Will he do it in time? Can he do it? 1, 2. Now Dr. Redline's going to finish him off. No. Oxbow just out of dodge. The last second big hit into Dr. Redline. Oxbow. Oh no, there's a plant pot there. But he's through. He's through. He's survived. He's ram kill by Eggy in the E50M. That's what that tank was made for. And look at that. Look how many low HP tanks are on the table for Legion there. Unreal. Absolutely unbelievable. And NG in the grill, 3.7k damage. Dr. Redline in the 50B, forsaking his namesake there in the thick of the action, picking up 3.4k damage. Really good performance. Only 1.7k HP in between the damage inflicted, but Legion keeping 5 guns in. Such amazing. That is what separates Legion and many of the other top teams on the European server from their competitors. It's the discipline, it's the focus, it's the ability to stay true to the plan, keep a cool head, and stay in the fight for as long as possible. They play as such a strong team, such a strong unit, and it's really great to see LOCA there also very, very good, throwing elements of Legion's previous strategy back at them. That was nice to see. but Legion anticipating particularly the position of Karolek in the STB and getting some early hit point gains in their favor. Now we're moving across. It's 2-0 to Legion. One more victory to Legion to tie up the series in their favor. And we are moving to Fort Despair, and certainly LOCA showing what we would consider to be a very, well, semi-typical strategy for this map. Double E3, mouse, 3 113s and an IS-4, going very, very heavy. Legion similarly going quite heavy, not quite as heavy. The 268 though will be really strong against the mouse and the heavy tanks, but the E3s from LOCA could prove to be a problem for Legion if they're in the right place and used well at the right time. If not, Legion will be able to punish their lack of mobility if they can catch LOCA off guard. The question is, whose strategies are going to be most compatible on this map? So it'll be quite a big hit point lead. Oh no, maybe not. Pretty much the hit points look like they're going to be relatively even. Karolek taking an HP boosted mouse, deep hit point pool, but with the IS-4 268, lots of penetration potential on the Legion team here, particularly with Pramo. Shouldn't be too much of an issue for them, and actually it's Legion with a slight HP advantage. 500 HP in the favor of Legion starting off. It's one shot, but sometimes that's all that it comes down to. And let's try and get a good neutral position, a bird's eye view of the map, and see who's doing what. LOCA looking to control the medium flank, the A flank. Legion looking to secure C. Legion will be in C before LOCA get to A. And Binny in the IS-4 has got eyes on A. It's going to be almost impossible for LOCA to cap A without being punished. And it's NG in the 268. This is why you take a TD. Look at those line of fires. No one can push Binny without getting hit by that high camo TD in the backfield. No one can cap A without getting smashed by that high camo TD in the backfield. Great move by Legion here. Really strong fields of fire. But WSO in the IS-4, Karolek in the mouse, they're looking to secure B. The E3s hull down, locking down the middle cap area. Difficult for Legion to flank them, but Legion not allowing LOCA to cap B. Legion not pushing through C, rotating their tanks back. They're not expecting LOCA to flex onto C, although Karolek looks like he will be. But look where Thomas Legion is. Thomas Legion in the 113 will be spotting most of LOCA's tanks if they try and cross, so Legion can flex if LOCA move to C. Now it is almost a 100 cap point lead in the favor of Legion. LOCA vacillating. Maybe not. 3 113s, Dr. Redline, Survivor, and I can't quite see the name of the last man there. It's got to be Foxy. They are rotating, flexing back through LOCA's spawn, and they are going to be making a move for the C cap. But Lefnut, Thomas, and Papasten here will be there to receive them or deny them the C cap. But just a reset would buy them enough time. And look, Karolek, WSO, and the E3. So the E3 is now locking down LOCA's left flank. The IS-4, the mouse, potentially coming in to pincer Legion. Legion, big hit in on Foxy. Legion know they're there. Hoofbringers spotted up on the A cap. Foxy spotted on the C caps. Foxy's pulling back. Dr. Redline, Survivor 99. They're all pulling back. It's 3 tanks, the 3 113s. That rapid mobility of the Chinese heavy enabled them to flex. But look at that, Legion reacting. Papasten, Eggy, Thomas, Lefner, all there ready to defend C should LOCA push in. And Hoofbringers taking big damage indeed. Punished, absolutely punished. Binny probably with the spots. And Binny, Gandalf, and NG, all getting solid hits there. And that's a real issue for LOCA because now one of their 2 E3s, which we're going to be relying on armor and deep HP pools to hold down the left flank, are compromised. Though Foxy in the 113, he is in a cap position, but now what this means is that Legion can push in. They know that the forces of LOCA are divided. Lefnut, Papasten pushing in on Foxy. Foxy's got backup from Dr. Redline, but there's not enough survivors out of position, and it's going to be 3 guns onto 2. Foxy and Redline are in trouble. Karolek and WSO are going to have to come in and pincer. Survivor needs to rotate, doesn't rotate fast enough. Eggy with the kill on Foxy, and now Legion Legion restoring the C cap in their favor. Foxy managed to get it, but it cost him all of his HP pool. And now Dr. Redline and Survivor not able to retake C. Karolek getting punished on the cross. Thomas with the shot there. Gangdalf and Binny versus Ufbringer by Azrael. WSO now. WSO looking outside here. We basically got two fights. We've got the E3s and the IS4 versus the IS4 and 113 from Legion. And there we go. Ufbringer, the low HP E3 goes down. WSO pushing into Gangdalf by Azrael in the E3, focusing Binny. And over here in the middle, Karolek's very low, and there we go. Survivor takes down Papistan. That'll tie up the forces a bit. Survivor pushing forwards. Dr. Redline covering him from behind. Karolek very, very low. NG with the kill there. Great moves. And now Lefner and NG can push into Survivor and Dr. Redline. And there we go. WSO. Gangdalf's going to take him down. And let's see. By Azrael might be able to finish off Binny. But then certainly Gangdalf's going to be able to finish him off. Ooh, Binny hanging on. 175 HP. Bounces by Azrael. Gangdalf's going to get another shot in. But Legion tying this up. Winning the series. It's 6 guns onto 1. By Azrael will finish off Binny. But now it is Gangdalf with the final kill. Great play once again by Legion. Really showing that they are on track for the offline finals in Minsk. Remembering to see those scores after their Dr. Redline, great game for him in the 113, 3.9k damage. Foxy, he was the sacrificial lamb, the guy on the cap. WSO getting caught out there, Karolek getting crossfired and having to try and save his teammates. Great play by Survivor, but I think he left it too late in terms of supporting the other 113s. Ufbringer bleeding HP early on, and that was crucial for that flank for LOCA, I think. Peeking and taking some damage without really getting out anything in return really gave the advantage to Gangdalf and Binny on that flank. And really good. Look at the damage spread here from LOCA. No one below 1k HP inflicted. So that is a super, super strong game for Legion. Super, super strong series indeed. Let's just check the chart and see where we're at. Okay, so that is round 1, locked in and done. It's actually the scores of round 2 that are added cumulatively with round 1 to proceed to the final stage. So First Alliance winning their match, that's a very important win for them, and they beat Raid 3-0, a convincing victory for the predominantly Russian-speaking one. First Alliance, their not-so-simple team. A Raid really having a bad time of it there, it seems. So a good, really important, crucial win for First Alliance. Ready to kill, picking up the win versus Rez, 3-0, bottom team of the current leaderboard. Rez potentially out now. They've got 6 games left to play to be within a chance of making the top 4. They've got to win every single one of those to get enough points to make the cut. So that is not ideal for them at all. Let's see. Easy are currently 1 for 2 versus Big Game. They'll be desperate to take that point home. And we know that Legion actually just won their match 3-0 against LOCA. And they beat, they lost actually to Big Game 2-3. It's been less than half an hour. How have I forgotten the scores already? Unreal. But yeah, Big Game making a great start to their evening. Hopefully they can get the win against Easy as well. But Legion, the team that we're following on this stream, making good progress, knocking off LOCA relatively easily. Although they were on the ropes in every game at one point or another, LOCA giving them a lot of cause for concern, and making Legion work very, very hard for every one of those points indeed. Looking forwards, the next stream is going to be at a similar time. It'll be 8 p.m. Central European time. I believe that this is a GMT you're seeing on the screen here. That's going to be against First Alliance. And then 8:45 p.m. CEST versus Raid. Again, very important matches there. More so the first one. First Alliance desperately need to keep the points ticking over in their favor. Raid and Legion. It'll be important for deciding really the lay of the land in terms of the top 4, but nothing really that either one of them will be too concerned about, providing that there aren't any major upsets overall. Big game. They're going to have quite an interesting day on Thursday this week, starting off against Rez. They should be feeling very confident going into that match. But then facing up against R2K. Now, the last time they fought R2K, and the same with Legion's main team, actually, very hotly contested. R2K, along with the Legion's main team, my number 1 seeds for this tournament, R2K narrowly missing out on the victory against Big Game, 3-2. And also R2K narrowly missing out on the victory versus Legion. So... let's see. I will play one game while we wait for the last scores to drop in. I'm not going to play tier 10 because I am not a masochist. I am going to play... I haven't done tier 8 yet. Actually, no, I have. You know what? Let's play the T30. So, let's go. And just playing this just while we wait for the final games to conclude between Easy and Big Game. And then we'll know the last score on the board from this evening. Duncan, Destroyer, T49, HE time. Yes, we have an RHM. That is... oh no, wait. Left shift. Why is my HE on left shift? What a stupid button to put it on. Okay. So I'm getting more experience on this map. I've gone for this flank because I think not 100% confident, but I think I've got more opportunities to use my tank hull down. Also, there is the Leopard. There is the HE in the chamber. T49 running and gunning. A very frivolous shot there. Oh, you don't you dare block me. I swear to God. I will be so unhappy. This guy, if he doesn't have cover, we can hurt him. Now they can hurt us. No support here from my team at all. Oh, come on. Where's that T49? Where's that T49? There he is. Nuts. Well, that was very sad indeed. Okay, that was embarrassing, as always on PC. I'm just going to work on getting more replays from touch. Okay. Still waiting on the scores to drop there. Let's try and do that again, but better. Okay, EQ, I recognize them. They're a quite good clan. Once more though. Oh no, we're okay. Last game we were top tier. This game we're low tier. Huge thank you, big shout out to Kaga from the Immortals clan, Dutch Punisher from the new Clan Wars team, R1P-RIP, and to Satan from Legion, and to BTHF from Win, who is next. They're not joining every game for the modding, I believe, but they're here, they're my support team, and I really appreciate everything they do for me. Big shout out as well to Medzi, one of the official Blitz community contributors. I owe him a debt of gratitude. It is thanks to him and many others actually that I've been super lucky to have this opportunity, and a bit of my own petitioning actually for wargaming, that I've been able to have this opportunity to stream these games for you all live. So please, I believe he's going to be doing a live stream later this evening. So please do go check out his channel. It's one of the featured channels on this channel. Go and look at some of his videos. He does some great walkthroughs of the tanks and different maps and strategies and things. So really do go check that out. Also, I recommend that you go and check out Amonet. She's following R2K and their Twister Cup campaign. I don't know where the grill is. Can I get HE into the back of this one? Yes, I can. Wonderful. Where's the grill? There he is. Hashtag no regrets. Do it again. Poke again. I'm trying to put myself in cover, but it's not working. Okay, WZ, I've given you a one-shot T95. So yeah, go check out Amonet's channel. She's following R2K. Also, she does tutorials and walkthroughs as well. And is one of the few players, probably the only player that I know actually, that plays World of Tanks Blitz 100% in this view mode, in sniper mode. Really something to watch. R1B, RIB, Rib is following the Raid clan. Their matches for the Twister Cup. Also worth checking his channel out. Great content there. It's in German, but the energy is... oh, we missed the grill. Oh, well, can't hit them all. The energy is top-notch and very, very popular channel for the German esports fans. So I do recommend that you go check out all of those channels. We will be coming to you again live with more Twister action on Thursday. Yeah, 3k damage. That's more like it. Okay. Yeah, we'll be coming to you live again on Thursday. Starting same time, 8 PM Central European Summertime. Oh yeah, wonderful. There we go. That makes me feel slightly better about myself. And my continuing endeavor to improve at PC controls. So let's see now. Well, Legion, First Alliance, R2K, all picking up the wins. LOCA, Raid, and Rez is back. Not quite making the cut in the first round of the first match of Group Stage Round 2. All Stars versus Big Game, tied up 2 for 2. If you're hanging in with me, great. If not, you know, you can always check the Blitz Assistant app or check the scores yourself in game. You know, that is always something you can do. My money is on Big Game, but it's very interesting to note that Easy potentially making a comeback here. Their All-Stars team potentially getting the momentum rolling on their campaign, and never say die. They could do it. They could take a spot in the top 4 if they've managed to get their act together. Let's see. Just trying to remember where I put my my quick chat commands. Now the enemy potentially. Nope. I'm just really not getting effective shots off. But it looks like our leopard's having a good day, and now... Oh, come on. I am just getting trolled by my own inability to lay down effective fields of fire. Now this Type 58, the least of my worries. But the focus of all my attention. KV-1S is down. That's a good start for us. Working very hard to lead my shots here. Now this guy, this Kuru. The Kuru is a very strong tank indeed in the right hands. And so, for me, is a priority tank to deal with. We're finding our stride with the PC controls, game by game. Come on, KV2. You can do it. I can't. There we go, thank you. So, in theory, the score should be out. Let's see. Hey, top damage, tier 6. In theory, the scores should be out, and we should see who won that game. And it's easy! Easy. 1 and 5 coming into, well, 2 and 5 coming into round 7. Pick up their 3rd victory, beating top table team Legion. Big game. This is a great day for Easy. They are back in the running-ish. Their games on Thursday are going to be absolutely critical. They have to pick up the win against LOCA. That is a match that they can't let slip through their fingers. And then they are 100% going to have to beat First Alliance, because First Alliance, I've got 1 point here, same as Easy, and 2 points here, same as Easy. So they have to not only beat these top four teams, R2K, Raid, and both Legion teams, but they also have to stop current rivals First Alliance from slipping in there as well. Worth noting that there is a tie-breaking match should there not be a clearly defined top 4. So that is going to be very worthwhile paying attention to the scoreboards. But that's all from me for now. Thank you so much for staying tuned in for as long as you have. Really appreciate the support, the loving game, the love on the stream. Looking forward to seeing you for more tank on tank action on Thursday. So that's all from me. Bye for now.